Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in the crown.
I'm Barry Bonds with mine. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday night. It's a Pressure Podcast edition. We're covering the opening kickoff to the QFL season, which is what I call the NFL. It is Top 10 Thursday, motherfuckers, and the Eagles won, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah!
We are a little tardy because of the rain delay. I didn't feel like it was appropriate to start the podcast while the game was still going on. Before the rain, it was actually pretty back and forth. After the rain, it's just a big let's see who could kill the time fastest. And Dallas actually had chances late in the fourth quarter, but we'll dive into that. Today we will cover and recap tonight's game that just ended between the Cowboys and Philadelphia, where your Eagles finally got their banner. It was banner night, so congratulations.
Yeah, hell yeah!
Tonight we will also cover top 10s. It's Top 10 Thursday. And also we will make our predictions for tomorrow night's game in Rio de Janeiro, featuring Karol G, between the Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers. We are coming to you on a day where if you drafted Amari Cooper on a fantasy football team, he just retired. Sorry. We are also coming to you on a day,
I guess A.J. Brown retired.
where, yes, A.J. Brown retired too. But without further ado, we are live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King.
John, what up?
Rated M for Millennials. Top 10 Thursday, baby. The Eagles versus Cowboys recap. That's what we got to come into right now. I think we got to cover this before that. But I also got to say this. The Pressure Podcast is on live Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, midnight, only at Pressure Podcast Live on YouTube. All right? This is the podcast where viewer has say. If you have a webcam, we will send you a web link so we can hear your takes, and you can do that in the comments. Feel free to subscribe, like, hit that like button for me, and comment. We want to hear what y'all got to say, whether you agree or disagree. So, Eagles 24, Cowboys 20. Everybody knows how to do the math. This game had a lot of spit. This game had a lot of rain, and it had a lot of drops. And it has nothing to do with either or. What do we learn from NFL opening night? What do you take from this game? Break it down. You're the Eagles fan. You get first dibs.
It was for the most part it was clean, but just like not focused. I want to say like I feel like our team wasn't focused. I feel like our team came out, we had the Jalen Carter incident, which was stupid as hell. I don't condone that at all. That was some pussy ass shit, in my opinion, to do to somebody, to any man. Because if you feel like that towards any man, like you feel mad towards any man, I'd rather you swing on him than actually. Not saying I condone that, but I'd rather you do that than what you did. What you did was something completely disgusting, and I can't respect you for it. I almost see you in a different light at this point. And on the real, I don't even want him on the team anymore. I don't want that distraction. I want to have to deal with that. I want us to keep going forward in the right way. I feel like for the most part, Quinyon played good, but the other corner, which I want to get into, is Dory Jackson, and I don't think he should be the starter anymore. and also the Quinyon Mitchell thing the adjustment they made in the second half, that needs to go on throughout the season, because he's clearly the number one corner on the team, and he needs to be with the number one wide receiver. You can't have him stuck on the second wide receiver. It can't happen. CeeDee Lamb had 117 yards on seven receptions. He dropped 3 passes. One was a little difficult. I give him that one, but the other 2 you need to have them. These are big moments to make big plays, and you got to make them. The Eagles, on the other hand, when they needed to make a play, they did. They sealed the game, and that's what championship teams do. They find a way to win. That's what I take from this. My take from this is that the champions showed up when they needed to show up. Wasn't pretty, but let's be real. Most of the Eagles games, they're not pretty. They just win a lot. That's it.
There's a lot to dissect there. There's a lot to dissect there.
Be cool, nigga.
Number one, you said that they were you said that they were not focused.
Yeah.
What led you to believe that they were focused?
The Jalen Carter incident, and then apparently now during the season, when you taunt too close to the player where you make the play, that's automatic flag now. Like they're cracking down on that. So Nolan Smith had a tackle for loss. He got up. He kind of flexed. I don't think he got that close to him, but they called it. They threw the flag.
But we seen that with Zay Flowers.
We had 9. Yeah. But we had 9. We had 9 penalties. That to me doesn't scream focus.
Yeah, but what makes you think it's focus and not just rust? Remember, I told you.
Well, yeah, no, that too. I'm sure that played a part in it, but I feel like just with the Jalen Carter thing, that to me just screamed that person wasn't focused, and he's a part of the team. So, in my opinion, that to me loses focus. And then on top of that, you also do lose focus on your assignments, because you were going in thinking you had the one of the best defensive tackles in the league that were gonna be playing for you that game, and he's gone on the first snap.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember. I said it last year, and I also said it a few episodes ago. Ever since Jamie, I think you will agree with me. Ever since they changed the preseason from 4 games to 3 games and added that one extra game in the regular season, most teams start out sloppy in the first few weeks. I've been said this. I expected this. I don't think it's too much knock on focus. It's just it's a trend that I've seen. It's not just you guys. Everybody does it. Everybody comes out sloppy out the gate. I don't know why, and I think it has to do a lot with the new preseason rearrangement. Jalen Carter, I think you're going a little too hard. I mean, Jalen Carter, I think you're going a little too harsh on him. Does he have a history of doing this?
No, but he had the incident in college, which was the reason why he got pick number 9,
which was
by the Eagles, which was he was drunk driving, and they ended up in a collision.
No, that has nothing to do with this.
No. But I'm just saying that's a history. And then last year, on the sideline, he got into it with Nick Sirianni as well, and there was a back and forth there too. It looked like he wanted to throw a punch at him, but our D-line coach was grabbed him and pushed him to the side. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, but I seen Tom Brady go off with his coach. That is, to me, none of that's a non-issue. You got to understand, Dak Prescott crossed the line first. He spit at him and then smiled about it in his own turf. This guy may not have he may have anger management issues. You could say that. You could say he has anger management issues because he found that disrespectful. So he went into his face, which I don't think that's pussy at all. He literally walked into his face and spit on him.
Who spits on somebody though? That's what I'm saying. That's
he spit on him. He spit towards him first.
Yeah, but he didn't spit on him.
I don't care. I
get what you're saying.
In some places where you're from,
I get what
if somebody
you're saying.
spits at you, whether it lands on you or not, it's disrespect.
My mom says 2 wrongs don't make a right.
I know that. So
that's
maybe.
what I'm trying to say.
But you're
as a grown ass man.
But the thing about it is, hold on, you had your chance to talk. The thing about it is, though, you're saying he's a pussy ass. I'm saying he has anger management. That's two completely different methods right here. to fix this problem. And you say that you don't want him no longer on your team? This is his first offense.
I don't respect what he did. I just don't respect what he did.
You can't make mistakes?
And not like that.
Yes, you can.
When did you see people spit on somebody?
A
bro?
lot, broski. It happens a lot in basketball. I've seen what's his name? Trae Young got spit by a fan in Madison Square Garden. It happens.
Fan, though.
And he got kicked out, just like Jalen Carter did.
That's a fan, though. And I guarantee he got kicked out, and he's probably kicked out for life. He probably can't even go
he's
over
banned
there.
for life. They did the same thing to Jalen Carter, but that you can't say
They basically like suspended him for that game. But I'm pretty sure the league is gonna crack down on this, and he's gonna get suspended.
Oh,
for like
I'm sure he's gonna get
4 or
fined.
5 games.
He's gonna get fined. He ain't gonna get suspended for spit. He didn't throw a punch.
Nah, I don't know, bro.
I've never seen them get suspended for a game for nothing that's not criminal, and for nothing that's physical. I've never seen it happen. I'm just saying. I've never seen someone get suspended for that. I think you're overreacting. Obviously, it's your team. I get it, but it's much to do with nothing. I think the heat of the moment. Dak Prescott was probably talking shit. He was talking shit. Dak Prescott stepped over the line first, spit towards him, and he was like, "Oh, you really want to do that? Here you go, boom." You know what I'm saying? Do you want that to happen? No. But I'd rather this happens in week 1 than in week 18.
Nah, yeah. I mean, but I just don't. I
don't know. I think you're just overreacting.
Period. I don't think period it should happen. I think you just came last year from having a great season. There was never an issue on the field. So what possessed you? So that's where I'll say, okay,
Well, I'll
take back where I say you pussy, because I don't know what Dak said to him. I don't know what the exchange was. So I apologize for that. But what I'm saying is, as a grown man, nothing in the world is worse than spitting on someone else. It's the most.
What do you think, King Jamie? Was it
thing to do to somebody? I don't.
This is how I see it, King Jamie. This is how I see it. It's not about respect. It's about what you saw and what happened. What I saw was someone went into somebody's house on his banner night and disrespected him and spit towards him. He had the mindset, I'm sure, wait a minute, you're in our house? You're a Cowboy. Had it been a Niner, maybe it wouldn't matter. Had it been a Detroit Lion, maybe it didn't matter. But the fact that it was a Cowboy and the quarterback who did it and smiled, and it's all over for the world to see, in my mind, I think he felt, hey, I got to stand up for my team. Just like if a quarterback gets hit in the sideline too late, the whole team comes to his rescue. Kind of like that. You're in this is your house. This is your banner night, and it's a Cowboy. He should not be doing that. Maybe and it looked like it was midfield. It looked like he spit on the logo. Dak Prescott.
Look,
I'm just saying.
even if it was disrespect, what I'm saying is, show him by actually staying your ass in the game, because you wouldn't have got fucking out of the game, and you would have wrecked hell back there with that D-line.
I bet you he didn't want to spit. I bet you he wanted to hit him, but he knew he was going to get kicked out. He probably thought, let me see if I can get away with this.
I'm thinking push. A push wouldn't have
No,
got
he
him out.
would have got rejected.
Nah.
He would have got rejected.
Not on a push.
If there's nothing happening and you go to him in his huddle and push him, yes.
Nah.
It wasn't in the heat of battle. It was just the play has stopped.
I don't think a push. I think a push would be a personal foul, honestly, but that's just how I feel. And I apologize because I don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
So I apologize for saying that. But it really pissed me off to see that, because as a team that just won a championship, you would think you would have the composure. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, Jamie, I just remember what you said.
yeah,
The girls in the WNBA can spit on me anytime.
He's stupid. He's stupid.
Hallelujah, brother. What did I learn? I learned that the passing game was not existent in this game like that. Maybe it's because of the rain. Who knows? Maybe it's because it's a first week. They're sloppy.
Like you said, Russ.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, he was 19 of 23. I'll take that.
Well, I was just getting to it. I got it right there. So one quarterback went 19 of 23 efficiently with a 94.2 passer rating and 2 rushing touchdowns. The other quarterback, Dak Prescott, 24 for 34 and 180 yards. And he almost did what he always does, is garbage time touchdown, but CeeDee Lamb dropped the pass.
He should he should have been a little more efficient. I agree that CeeDee Lamb's drops kind of hurt him.
So for those of you who keep asking why I put Hurts so high in the QB rankings, for now we can scratch off Dak. Hurts is definitely better than him. All right, you can scratch that off. That's already been proven. All right, that's what I learned. I learned that Dak is still Dak Prescott. He is accurate towards the end of the game, but in the beginning of the game, towards the middle of the game, I have no idea what was going on with his head. I learned that Saquon and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have no problem running the football again. I had also learned that the Cowboys actually look like they could run the football somewhat. So there goes that. But I also learned one thing. A.J. Brown is not important right now in the beginning of the season. It could be just a one-off. Might be a little to do with nothing. But I am alarmed now. Because I saw how the season ended for A.J. Brown. I had him in my fantasy. I thought he did pretty good. But the reading in the book in the sideline thing, and then now it just, I hope it doesn't continue because it might be the sign of things to come. Maybe the end of A.J. Brown's tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Somebody said that.
But it's too early to say that. But it's just noteworthy that A.J. Brown only had one catch, and that was the end of the game.
Yeah, like he was like non-existent to the offense.
However, the saving grace is to clutch the game and make sure the Cowboys don't get no more chances. They hit A.J. Brown. When push up comes to shove, they're like, listen, fuck everything else. Who do you want to throw to? A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, or you want to run it with Saquon? That's basically it. So maybe they're working on things here and there. Like I said, ever since they changed the format from 4 preseason games to 3 preseason games and added an extra week to the regular season, teams have come out very, very, very sloppy out the gate. Even my Ravens, we lost to the Raiders for no reason last year. And it's just a lot of, it wasn't even like sloppy like turnovers or anything. It's just that for some reason they just weren't clicking like they normally do. Neither team did. So that's what we learned. That's what I learned so far.
You know what else? Also, I gotta say, Hurts, man, does he really takes care of the ball, man. Like I seen one where he looked like he was about to force it at AJ, and he was like, nah. So he pump fake, he went like that, and then he just ran out of bounds. He'll take his 3 yards. He'll take his 4 yards. He trusts his defense, and he trusts his team. I love the way Jalen Hurts.
King Jamie just said that if the Eagles run it back and win again, they have a dynasty, and I agree. Yeah. So that leads us to the next topic, okay? Today we're doing, King Jamie, we're ranking two different things. We're going to rank the best quarterback head coach duo in this season, and then we're going to rank the best trio in quarterback, running back, wide receiver in the NFL, okay? So we're going to start with the duos. We're going to start with what's his name? The head coach and quarterback. As you see, the premier head coach and quarterback combo is Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. The Chiefs are number 1. Yeah, they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, but at the end of the day, they're the recent dynasty. They've been in the Super Bowl 5 times in the last 6-7 years. They've got 3 rings. I think it's solidified that they're the best head coach and QB combo, and that's why they're always in the AFC Championship game or in the Super Bowl. Then I got the Philadelphia Eagles. They are the reigning champions, and they've been to the Super Bowl 2 times in the last 3 years. I think you can confidently say in the NFC, this is the best duo. After that, I put the Bills. The reason I put the Bills over my Ravens is because they beat my Ravens. Not really. I think the Ravens beat themselves, but for argument's sake, the Bills, okay? Then I got my Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh, and Lamar Jackson. That's, to me, the consensus top 4, and I think the Rams deserve to be there. They have a championship reign. They have pedigree, and they're always around. They went to the conference finals last year against the Eagles. So I think that Stafford and McVay deserve to be on that top 5. I think that's the consensus top 5 for now. These are the teams that are around deep in the playoffs every single year. These are the elite teams, and there's a reason why. Because, to me, this is why I call it the QFL. If you don't have the best head coach quarterback combo, you don't have much of a chance to win. You just don't. You have to have a good head coach and a good quarterback, otherwise you're not going to have a chance, all right? The days of Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer are gone. You're not going to be able to win with an okay quarterback, a good running game, and a stout defense. That ain't happening no more. That ain't happening. The rules have changed it to where you need to have a special type of quarterback and a good coach. After those guys, I have the Niners. The Niners been to the Super Bowl recently a lot in the last few years, and I think with Purdy and Shanahan, I think you have something solid there. I think they should be in the mix this year. Cincinnati, obviously, they have one of the best and most feared offenses in the league. Joe Burrow in his final form with, I forgot his name, but they are a legit duo. After that, I put Dolphins in there. I got Miami, Tua, and McDaniels, I guess his name is. They don't make it deep to the playoffs, but these are one of the teams that run up the score. They are very, very prolific at scoring and showcasing that duo. I have the Buccaneers there. The Buccaneers are quietly 5 times in a row made the playoffs. 4 of the 5 years, those 5 years in a row, they have won the division. If that doesn't say enough about Baker and Todd Bowles, I don't know what does. And yeah, you can include Tom Brady in one of those years, true. But Baker's continued on rolling, and they haven't missed a beat. And I think that's going to continue. They're going to win the division this year, I'm pretty sure. And then I got the Texans. I had honorable mentions in Detroit and in Chargers. But the Chargers with the new coach hasn't shown much. It's only been 1 year. And Detroit, I do like, but I think the Texans are a stronger team this year than the Detroit Lions are. You know what I'm saying? As far as head coach QB, because Goff is great. Don't get me wrong, he's great. But when the Texans are at the best and the Lions are at the best, I only trust the Lions the last few years because of experience. This year, I can't say that no more, bro. I mean, the only time will tell, because that's my honorable mention is Detroit. Only time will tell. But I'm going to take a page out of your book and look towards the future instead of if the tournament were to start today. And I think I got the Texans right now today anyway. But what's your head coach QB combo? And what do you think, King Jamie?
So the list looks phenomenal. Absolutely, I agree. Offensively, you got pretty much the top 10 teams there, in my opinion. So the only difference I have is I put Cincinnati at 5. My bad, because their offense is prolific. No matter what anybody says, they're still gonna score over 30 points. And then I got Zach Taylor, who I think is a really underrated coach, and the only problem that they're having is they're not getting a defense for that team. So their offense is amazing. Their defense, that needs help.
Before you continue, King Jamie, after this, we're going to do the trios, and then we're going to make our predictions for the Kansas City Chargers game. So just stay tuned. I want to send you the link so we can put you on here. I want to hear your takes because you're the Kansas City Chiefs fan, so I want to hear what you got to say, all right?
And then I have JD5 and Dan Quinn. I put them in that list as well. So I took out the Bucks and the Dolphins, and I have JD5 and Dan Quinn, and I have Goff and Dan Campbell. So that's yeah.
And who you took out? You took the Dolphins, the Buccaneers, and who else?
I took the Dolphins and I think that's it. The Dolphins and the Bucks, yeah. Because I have the 49ers as well. Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't mention Purdy and Kyle Shanahan.
Well, I got it right to say, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, that's a good list.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. I mean, that's.
Now let's go for the top 10 QB, running back, wide receiver trio. Okay, I got the Eagles number 1. They're the reigning champions, and they are solidified in their weapons. I think they have say right now. I got my Baltimore Ravens second, and I was actually thinking of slipping them down. The reason I don't have the Bills in here is because they don't really have much of a receiver threat like that, like an elite one. We kind of don't either, but we do have Mark Andrews, and we do have a Zay Flowers, who are not. I mean, I don't think Mark Andrews is elite anymore, but he was once elite. And Zay Flowers, I don't think he's an elite wide receiver, but he functions like one. I mean, it's the only other way I can explain that Lamar threw for 4,000 yards as efficiently as ever. He threw for 4,000, throwing with half the attempts that everybody else gets. So that's just news to me. But because of that, the production tells me that the trio should be up there. The Rams are, I would have said second normally until I, you know what I'm saying, things through. You got Puka and now Devontae Adams. You got Kyron Williams and you got Matthew Stafford. And then, you know what I'm saying, you can't ask for more than that. That's one of the premier trios in the league.
Quadruple? What the hell is that?
Yeah. The Niners got the same thing when Ayuk is healthy. But with CMC and Purdy, it's a system that works that gets them to the Super Bowl. The Bengals, surprisingly, Chase Brown replaced Joe Mixon. I had no idea that was going to happen. I thought that they were going to be lacking in the run game for a few years. Never mind. Chase Brown is legit. We already know what they have in T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Joe Cool, so they belong there. The Dolphins belong there. Yeah, you could say A-Chain is injury prone, whatever, but whether it's Mostert, A-Chain, or whoever they got, Ali Gordon now, they know how to run. They know how to pass. Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and Tua is up there, so that's fair. The only reason I put the Chiefs there, I would have put them higher if Travis Kelce was still in his prime. I think Travis Kelce is still an elite tight end. I think he's still a premier weapon. I think he's going to have a better year than last year. But because I know that his athleticism is on the decline, that's why I have the Chiefs there. Because believe me, if it wasn't for that, I would have had him way up there either. The Detroit Lions belong there with Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Goff. That's a given. Buccaneers with Rashad White or Bucky Irving, Mike Evans and Godwin or whoever it is, and Baker or Tom Brady, they're always there. And then I got the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I hate to put there. Fuck them.
Cool, nigga.
You shut up. The reason I hate the Pittsburgh Steelers is because I'm a Ravens fan. But you got to call a spade a spade. When they got DK Metcalf and Jalen Wright or Jalen Warren and company and Aaron Rodgers, you got to say that there's a nice trio. Because if you actually think about it, I thought of some other teams. I thought of, I already mentioned Buffalo. It doesn't qualify because they don't have that receiver that's elite. I thought about the Chargers, but they have rookie running backs. We don't know. I thought about Houston, but because Mixon is injured, we don't know. So, I don't know. Is there somebody I'm missing in the trio that anybody would say?
Let me see who I have in here. I put Mahomes first because I went also by the strength of the quarterback first, then the running back, then the wide receiver.
Okay.
So I went Mahomes, Pacheco, and Rice, or Xavier.
Nah, you serious?
Yeah. But because, like I said, because of Mahomes, mainly because of Mahomes. Because he's the best quarterback.
I like Rashee Rice. I love Xavier Worthy. But my personal opinion, I still trust Travis Kelce over all of them.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, all those guys did.
But then again, yeah, you could. I mean, you're just preaching to King James Choir over here. So go ahead, bro.
And then I went with the Eagles second. Obviously, Saquon Barkley. I mean, that shit speaks for itself. And then Lamar. I went with Lamar, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers. I love those. I love that trio. And Mark Andrews as well. You got Mark Andrews. I mean, pick your poison with that team. Another team that, like I said, if they get out of their own way in the playoffs, watch out because they're gonna steamroll to me into the Super Bowl. I went Burrow, Chase Brown. I agree, Chase Brown he's legit, man. He's legit. And then obviously you got the two-headed monster on that team at wide receiver. Then I went with Matthew Stafford as well. I think what they got over there with Nakua and Williams, that's legit. That's gonna be a problem. Then I went Detroit. Detroit got Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, those three are, you know what I'm saying? That's PPR right there. And then at 7, I went CJ Stroud because I think even though they don't have Mixon,
Yeah.
I don't think people talk about this guy anymore because Mixon took his job, but Dameon Pierce was a pretty good fucking running back before Joe Mixon showed up, and I'm surprised that people forgot about how good he was with the Texans, and obviously they got Nico Collins and. That's tough. And then the Bucks go there. And I actually didn't go with the Steelers. I went with the Dolphins.
So who's the team that you don't have the Buccaneers here? Who else do you have?
No, I have the Bucks. I have the Bucks as well.
I mean you don't have the Dolphins in there.
No, I have the Dolphins.
The Steelers. I mean, my bad. You don't have the Steelers. Who do you have instead?
I went with JD5. I went with JD5 just because I really like that quarterback wide receiver duo with McLaren,
Yeah, but
even though they don't have a.
But that's why it has to be.
Yeah, I agree that was.
Because that's why they didn't put Green Bay in there. Because they got the running back and the quarterback.
They got a wide receiver.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Green Bay is another honorable mention, but that's okay.
When I mentioned it, I ain't gonna lie. When I mentioned this, I was thinking of Brian Robinson, and then I thought, damn, I forgot Brian Robinson's not on the team no more. So
well, JD5 runs. Right,
back.
That's a running back right there.
Yeah,
King Jamie, I just sent you the link. Hop on whenever you're ready, brother. Let's see. Hopefully, it doesn't lag today. But
yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, that's a good list. That's a good list. And we're only doing this because the season's about to begin, and we're gonna hit you with some more top 10 here and there. But let's get to our predictions for tomorrow, which is the QFL Friday Night Football in Rio de Janeiro. They're going to Brazil, motherfucker. Carol G is gonna be there, her fine ass. Hopefully she's gonna, make sure that that the Kansas City Chiefs stay healthy, stay consistent, stay elite, and cruise on into a nice start to the fucking, to the playoffs. Because I know they're gonna face you guys soon. I know they're gonna face the Buffalo Bills soon. I know they're gonna face us soon. But none of those games matter. What matters is the playoffs. So I just want the Kansas City at their best, and I hope Carol G gives it a nice little, good luck charm and pushes them through. So let me get to the actual things of the game. I forgot what they're. It's right here. So Kansas City's 3.5-point favorites. All right. Now, they're the road team, but obviously this is a neutral location, so this doesn't matter. They will not be in Los Angeles. What do you expect before you make your predictions? What do you expect out of this game?
A very sharp Patrick Mahomes. A running back that wasn't 100% last year to have a big impact this year. And a breakout wide receiver.
Okay.
With the Chargers, I expect them to keep it close because I think the game will be close. But I feel like Justin Herbert in big and pressure situations, he just never gets it done, and he'll fall flat in his face again.
King Jamie, I resent you the link in case the first one. Sometimes it does that. But so say it again.
Because they actually do play them good. Like most games, they're not like blowouts when they play them in the past seasons.
So you don't expect a blowout?
Yeah, I don't expect a blowout. Maybe 7.
So what else do you expect?
Patrick Mahomes to be very sharp, and Pacheco to have a big impact in the game.
All right. So we expect the run game for Kansas City to be on. He expects Pat Mahomes to be on, and he expects a tight game.
Absolutely.
Cool.
What about you?
I expect the Chargers to not score very much. As you saw, Justin Herbert scores very, very, very low numbers when it comes against Pat Mahomes. Maybe Rio will make a difference. Who knows? I expect both run games to actually be good. However, I expect Kansas City's defense to be better than the Chargers, and I expect Kansas City to take care of business. I don't know what to expect from Mahomes and company right now. I have to see to know more. But I'm just going to go with reputation. They're going to have a stout defense. They're going to run effectively, and Mahomes is not going to make mistakes. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert's probably not going to throw a pick, but he ain't going to make the winning plays. He's gonna have a chance to tie or take the lead, and he's not gonna come through. And I expect both run game to be effective in this one because of that. So my prediction is Kansas City 24 to Los Angeles 17.
Yeah, I'll say that too. I'll say 24-17 as well.
I don't see the Chargers scoring more than 20 points on Kansas City unless Mario Hampton goes off on them.
Yeah, because that's the only thing they have on that team.
Because Lam McConkey against McDuffie was the quarterback's name?
McDuffie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
You better hope.
Not saying he's not gonna get his, because he will get his.
He
He's
will.
nice, but
And then they got answers for Keenan Allen too. So
the problem is the others.
So Herbert's going to have to throw people open in this game. Herbert's going to have to be on point, cannot make any mistakes, and he cannot be less efficient than Pat Mahomes. You cannot go in there missing 10 passes and expect to come out with a win. You're not going to go in there 3 and outs a few times and
Especially
expect
if
to win.
I'm expecting like a fumble. I'm probably expecting like a fumble.
I'm not expecting too many turnovers. And if it's turnovers, it's mostly, like I said, I think they're going to have some weird whistles. I think they're going to have sloppiness because of, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of the season type shit.
Absolutely.
The Chiefs are the only ones I know that are absolved of that. They don't really make many mistakes at the beginning of the season. However, they tend to play their worst game the very first season against the Lions and a few years ago against somebody else. I forgot who it was. But it's a constant thing that the beginning of the games of the year, the bad teams are not exactly on their legs, and then the bad teams are, you know what I'm saying, taking advantage of the fact that the good teams are not on their legs, so they sometimes play better than they're supposed to. So like I said, you saw the Saints, they were a high-scoring team in the first 3 weeks, and then what? I don't think they win a game after that. You know what I'm saying? The bad teams start off good, the good teams start off okay, man, and then shit starts shifting, and you can see the clear picture little by little. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, because thinking about it now, like our offense looked really good, but it was against Dallas. So like, what is the measuring stick to that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Finish him.
I have another question. I know that Slater's out. I know that they're missing another inside lineman.
For the season, right?
Yep, I think so. I'm not sure, but he's gone for a while for sure. And so they're missing 2 people on the offensive line against the Chiefs, and Chris Jones feasts on that kind of O-line.
And you got a rookie running back.
Yeah. Not to mention they lost. The Chiefs got a new offensive tackle. What if Mahomes has a better O-line than last year? This might end up being a blowout if they ain't careful, but because it's the first week. It's a divisional game.
Yeah,
I seriously doubt it. And let me take the over under because I don't remember what it was.
You said 3, I think.
No, okay. The spread is 3.5. I think that will cover, but I just need to know what the over and under is for this game. It is 46.5. I don't think I'll probably bet the under because I bet 24-17. That's not going to get there.
Like that.
Yeah, your game was 47.5, and I was like, you know what? I'll bet 40, but I wouldn't bet 47. I'll probably bet the under, and it ended up happening. However, that's only because of the rain. You would have been nervous as fuck because it was already at 44 when the game was over. You know what I'm saying? When they came back from rain delay.
This game was finna be like 30, 35,
yeah,
something like
when
that.
they came back from rain delay, it was 44 out of, you know what I'm saying, that total points. And that's how it stayed. So you were literally biting your nails the entire time, thanking the sweet baby Jesus that CeeDee Lamb kept dropping.
Fatality.
Because, man, whoever bet the under was biting their nails, and whoever bet the over was praying, boy. They were praying for a miracle. They were cursing CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is everybody's either best friend or worst enemy, depending on where you bet.
Man, it was bad. It was like, and then our offensive line just started getting hurt out of nowhere. I'm like, bro,
Hell yeah.
It was getting crazy. But
It'd be like that though. It'd be like that.
What I like is the resilience. You know what I'm saying? Even though they had to deal with the shit with Carter and then losing Landon Dickerson, it was.
I mean, it shows.
It just shows resilience.
It,
I love it.
It shows why you guys are champions. You guys have championship resolve. You went in there, you kicked their ass. Then they
on banner night.
Then they
You better win on banner night. That would have been.
The rain delay only made it to where they were like, you know what? Hit the Vegas button. We don't want the Eagles to get too ugly right now. Let's settle everything down. because the Cowboys were struggling. From what I saw, from what I when I was at work.
Defensively, yeah. I don't know about offensively. But
No, they're not going to struggle offensively. I could have told you that. I even said I think Dak is going to come out rusty the first drive or two, but then he's going to be Dak. He's going to miss throws. He's going to be inefficient. Then at the end of the game is when he wants to eat up garbage time, and that's exactly what he almost did. But CeeDee Lamb dropped. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I will say, he did not look rusty at all.
Nah.
At all.
I didn't think he was going to. I just thought he was going to be Dak. He's going to be the same old Dak. Inefficient, come back late, and try to make it a game. That's who he is. That's who he is. You just got to, I mean, I'm not even a Cowboy fan or hater or nothing like that. My team is in the AFC. I have nothing against any NFC team. Not one. There's not a team in the NFC I hate. All the teams I despise are in the AFC. So NFC, y'all safe. I have no qualms with y'all there. But I just, you know what I'm saying, I got to call it how I see it. And Dak is an inefficient quarterback a lot of times. I like Dak personally. I think he doesn't get a fair shake personally. But eventually you got to, you know what I'm saying, hold these truths to the light and call it what it is. And what it is that, yeah, he's a good quarterback. He plays very good sometimes against good teams, mostly against bad teams. But when it's a big game, when it's prime time, he tends to be inefficient for some reason. I don't know why. Playoffs, inefficient. He'll win sometimes. He'll lose sometimes. I'm not even saying it's his fault that they win or lose. I'm just saying that there are times when it's big games, Dak is inefficient. He just is.
But to me, this is one of those games where I feel like CD feels like this has got to be his fault.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because they had chances. They had many chances.
He dropped like 3.
And Dak put it in the money.
I'm talking about he put it
Dak put it on the money, so. And I don't get it. Why can't Dak looking like that in the beginning of the game? Why do you always wait to the end to make those nice throws? If you look at all of Dak's best throws, I promise you, there's a montage of Dak's best throw. And if you look at the time of the game, it's usually probably in the game. Third or fourth quarter. I promise you. Because that man, he is special. He's a smart quarterback. He doesn't throw many picks like that. He doesn't make many mistakes. He can decipher defenses just fine. I just don't get it.
He should have thrown at least one pick. One of those picks. I can't believe neither one of them. Like all 3. It was like 3 of them. I'm like, man, this is not looking good. But man, we had the football gods on our side.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think Pat Mahomes is going to show the true premier quarterback that he is. I don't think the Chargers really have much of a chance against them. I pray the Chargers beat their ass, but I seriously don't see that happening ever. Not with Justin Herbert. Not with Herbert. Not with the Herb. But I guess King Jamie won't be able to get in. Sorry, bro. I tried. I did try. But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Let's look at the game numbers here again. So you guys own time of possession because you do that. That's what you do. Okay. Then you got total yards on Cowboys because they passed a little bit more than you did. Rushing, you guys own that, obviously. First downs, that was pretty even. Penalties, yeah, I see that. Turnovers, but I don't think that much. I mean, what was the turnover?
The turnover was a fumble.
From who?
Miles Sanders.
Oh, I bet. God damn.
You know what you know what I was gonna tweet? I was gonna put like, damn, way to take one for the team, bro.
I bet you that stadium loved that shit.
Hell yeah, bro. It was like, oh, Miles Sanders really, he looking out for us.
It reminds me of that one time when Jalen Reagor came back. They were booing him every time that he was on the field. Every time that he was
Was this
subbed
when you were in Minnesota?
Yeah, every time that he was subbed in, they would boo him. Every time that he was subbed out, they would boo him. Every time he was thrown at, they would boo him. And the one time he got open and they actually threw at him, and it was a catchable ball. He dropped it, and then they gave him a standing ovation. You can't make this shit up, bro. That's Philadelphia in a nutshell.
Fatality.
That shit's funny as
Damn,
hell.
but they did Nelson Aguilar like that. Nelson Aguilar didn't get a fair shake. He's still a champion at the end of the day. Yeah, he dropped a pass here or there, but he was still a champion for y'all. Y'all forget he had 90 yards in the Super Bowl. What's wrong with y'all, man?
So then let's finish it off with the top 10 passes that we've ever seen. Who you got? If you want to start with a 5.
All right. With 5?
Yeah, just start with 5.
Okay, I got you. So Nick Foles dime to Clement and Corey Clement in 2017 Super Bowl. I thought that was like well placed over like two defenders right there. It was a really nice pass. It was a dime. At 9, I have Vic in 2010 to Brent Selleck threaded over like three defenders. It was against the Chicago Bears. Amazing throw. It was he had to have it. It was one of those where he had to have it. If he didn't score there, we wouldn't even have a chance to tie the game. Number 8, the Philly special, Nick Foles catch. I love that catch because I love that throw because first of all, the throw is important because it's not a quarterback. Second of all, the quarterback is the one who ended up catching it, and it was on 4th and goal, so it was really ballsy, and I respect that. You gotta have balls in this game, man. At 7, I have Brett Favre to Greg Lewis.
Okay.
That was the game winning. You remember that one in the back of the end zone? 39 years old, by the way. 39 years old. He's still just hitting dimes like that.
That was opening week.
Yeah. So then at 6, Aaron Rodgers sideline throw to Jared Cook.
Well,
and
scratch that one off my list.
Game winning field goal. Y'all know the rest. History.
Yep.
Those are
So
my bottom 5.
My very first one was that same one, where Aaron Rodgers looked right, looked left, saw the rush, so he spun out.
He
scrambled and he's running towards his left, which is, as a right-handed quarterback, you're taught never to throw. Just throw it out of bounds. Not this guy. This guy goes, sets his feet up, and just throws a bomb. It's at least a 40-yarder to Jared Cook, who barely catches it with his with the knee toe drag shit.
The catch is just as good as the
unbelievable, just unbelievable. It was a playoff game against the Cowboys. Then I got Brady. This is the same all in one, but third down against the Kansas City Chiefs. I want y'all to look at it. It was the AFC Championship game of 2018. It was the year that Brady and the Rams faced each other. They won a very low-scoring game. That was the year Mahomes broke out. They were at home in Arrowhead, and they had I think they had a double-digit deficit. Came back and tied it. Tom Brady ended up scoring again. I think it was a field goal. Mm-hmm. Kansas City got the ball back, 3 and out. So now they're trying to stop Tom Brady, okay? Now they have him on 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Tom Brady to Gronk, boom, 1st down. 3rd and 10, time is winding down. Once again to Gronk, boom.
Precision.
And then once again, 3rd and 10, no more timeouts. This is it. If the Chiefs want to get to the Super Bowl, this is it. At home, they got to stop Tom Brady. 3rd and 10, once again. This one is Julian Edelman. If you actually pause the clicker on YouTube, look it up. You can't pause it and walk the ball any better than that. That's just Tom Brady shit. This is why he's the GOAT. Big Ben Super Bowl. We did the Super Bowl catches where Santonio Holmes caught the ball. It was kind of like Jared Cook. Same shit here. This was Big Ben who threw the pass. They had to have it. It was the end of the game of the Super Bowl, and the rest is history. I mean, that was a big. That's why they call him Big Ben.
Absolutely.
Mahomes in the Super Bowl. To me, this is more of a lucky pass, but it ended up starting a dynasty. They're down 10 points or more, and Mahomes is getting rushed at left and right. Bosa's about to grab him. He just lofts one in the air. I don't know what the hell the cornerback was thinking, but you don't ever take your eyes off Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill was somewhere behind him, wide open, and scored a touchdown. The rest is history, and the dynasty started there. And then my number 6 is Eli Manning, where he should have got sacked 3 times, but somehow got away before David Tyree stuck it in his helmet. Crazy ass fucking throw. All right, go with your next 5.
My next 5, Carson Wentz threw a 9-yard touchdown to Corey Clement after escaping pressure. This was October 23, 2017. Staying on his feet and delivering a dime while getting hit. I mean, like, the play was absolutely insane. I thought the fact that he got hit, there was no chance that he was going to be able to get any power off that throw, and he did, man. He threw a complete dot to Clement in the back of the end zone in the corner. At 4, this was just last year. Lamar Jackson, bobble snap. He scrambles. I don't know how the hell. Like, he had 2 Bengals on him, trying to sack him on the sideline, and he from the sideline throws this ball, and I'm talking about like it was like the perfect. It was like you couldn't. If he put it anywhere else, he wasn't gonna catch it. Let's put it like that. It was the perfect throw. So at number 3, I have Patrick Mahomes. It was a jump pass to McCole Hardman for a 63-yard touchdown. But I'm talking about like it was in the seam, and the defender couldn't have been any better like in the coverage. That was an amazing throw. That to me was when I looked at Mahomes and I was like, damn, this guy's something else, bro. At 2 was Russell Wilson, 2014 NFC Championship to Jermaine Kearse to go on to the Super Bowl
Against the Packers?
No, I think that was against.
No, it was against the Packers.
It was the Packers.
It was in Seattle. It was the NFC Championship game. It was the year that they lost to Tom
Oh
Brady.
no, I'm talking about, but to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was the year they lost to Tom Brady.
This was the year that he threw the interception in the Super Bowl.
That was against the Packers. Yep.
So yeah, and then at 1, I went Eli Manning, the precision pass to Mario Manningham.
Oh yeah, that's a good pass.
That was a fucking die. And then again, like I said, in the biggest of situations. So in the Super Bowl, Eli Manning time and time again just showed that he belonged in the biggest of games.
So my number 5 is Stafford's no-look pass against the Bengals.
Oh, that was insane. I saw that too.
That pass got him the ring, because if it wasn't for that and they ended up getting a field goal, they wouldn't have won that game. Joe Cool was going to come back and score because he ended up doing it, but you know what I'm saying, Stafford did his thing.
That was insane.
Then I got Joe Flacco, the Mile Miracle. I had the catch for Jacoby Jones.
Yes, sir.
But I have the 70-yard throw that Joe Flacco did against Denver as time expired to save our season and ended up winning the championship. Fuck yeah, Flacco. That's what I thought. Then I got the Philly. The reason I got it up there is because not only was it against the punk-ass fucking Patriots that I hate, it was because they caught the Patriots off guard. They acted like there was some miscommunication and snapped the ball, found them in the end zone. But it was like a little weird spider tooth white banana there.
He snuck out.
Nick Foles was on a banana and caught the pass. But the best part about it, the most savory part about it, as a Patriots hater, not as an Eagles fan, was that the Patriots ended up trying something like that too, just to get a first down. They were desperate, and guess what? Tom Brady, boom, dropped
Stone
it.
hands.
He's not a catcher. He's not one of those like that. Not to hate Tom Brady, but the Philly special is up there. The other one I like is the Tom Brady against Green Bay when he was in Tampa. As time expires to go into half, this man throws a bomb to Scotty Miller for a touchdown right before the half. Right before halftime. And I'm just there because I had bet my money. Everybody's bet against Tom Brady. They're like, there's no way he's being MVP Aaron Rodgers in his house. Well, Aaron Rodgers had a chance, but instead of running it for a touchdown, he decided to throw it in a crowded field, and you know how that goes. But Brady did his thing that game, hands down. And my number one was actually against your team. I didn't even know this. This was much ado or nothing. I thought it was just a flea flicker in the Super Bowl. Edelman threw a touchdown, but they ended up losing. That wasn't a flea flicker. What it was a screenplay. I only know this because I saw this in the Kelsey podcast. Edelman was like, "Yo, you know that tutty was not a design play," and Kelsey's like, "What? The tutty? Yes, it was. You had the ex receiver drag the safety out. So I forgot what it was called, but it was a route that they start on one side of the field and slowly move across the end zone."
This was in 22?
No, this is in the year you won with Nick Foles.
Oh, okay.
Julian Edelman threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a design play.
Oh, okay, that's crazy.
What it was a screen pass behind him. But the only reason he don't throw it there is because somebody forgot to block Peters. Peters went straight towards Edelman. In the walkthroughs, Edelman said that, hey, if this happens, I'm going to just throw it to this receiver over there. And they said that Josh Daniels like, hey, Edelman, don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that. You either throw it away or just throw it to the screen. That's it. Don't ever fucking do that. Edelman being who Edelman is in the Super Bowl. This motherfucker said, nah, fuck this shit. He's wide open.
Yo, he got some balls, man.
And I was like, oh, hell no. But now that I know this information, that's got to be one of the greatest fucking passes I ever seen in my life. And that's not even a quarterback who did it.
I'm changing Edelman's name to Willie Beeman. My name is Willie. Willie Beeman.
Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce were
hilarious.
astonished. They could not believe this is true. And it looks like it's true. And when you look at the replay, the actual play wasn't screened to the left, but for some reason he threw it over there because he was wide open.
It does actually kind of look like he didn't script that. Like,
That's funny. That's funny. That's why you love sports right there.
absolutely.
Fatality.
And there's so many more guys, but
Yes.
the top 10, breaking it down is tough. But
Tune in on Saturday. On Saturday, we will recap the Friday night football game. We will recap the Canelo Crawford fight, motherfucker.
no, that's the 13th.
Oh, I thought it said December 5th.
No, that's the 13th. It's next.
It's next week?
Yeah,
Okay,
next
okay,
Saturday,
cool.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. I cannot wait for
Yes.
that. That's right around the corner.
Well, thank you for that. But we will recap the Friday night football game. We will not be doing the tower rankings because only two games were played. So only 4 teams total. So we will wait one more week for the next tower rankings. However, we will bring back the players under pressure.
Yes, sir. Finally.
All right. Let's see who can handle the Pressure Podcast Gravity Room.
I
Okay.
definitely got someone I want to put him for.
Oh
pressure
yes.
Right now.
Till Saturday, motherfuckers.